Thank you, Holly, for that beautiful music. Welcome to Unity of Lawrence and the love and light we celebrate together here. In Unity, we begin everything with prayer. So let's take a centering breath and open to the divine that is in all of us as we listen to this prayer. On this day, we dedicate our hearts to peace on earth. We appreciate everyone's spiritual journey and the abundant blessings bestowed upon us. In unity with all who seek to express freedom, joy, and transformation, we welcome our divine inheritance as creators. We come from love, as love, to be love. In harmony with this truth, we live to the best of our ability with a peaceful mind, a peaceful heart, and a peaceful spirit. And so it is. Amen. Our prayer chaplains are trained to hold sacred space and pray with you one-on-one. So if there's anything in your heart to be held in prayer, we invite you to see Diane Silver, today's chaplain, up here following today's service at the front of the sanctuary. And now let's have some fun singing together. Please join and rise as you are willing to sing "You Are Welcome Here." All right, good morning. So this one I really want you guys to sing along in that chorus that says, "You are welcome here." It's going to be very beautiful. There is a space in my heart where I find the truth. I find me in you, a truth beyond what you may see now. But when we are one, we bring more good about. And no matter who or what you call yourself, or where you come from, yeah, there is a place in this world where nothing else right now. Welcome to love, welcome to peace, welcome to our community. Be who you are, let your light shine. There's so much more when we unite. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. Now let's turn and greet each other. With new eyes, allow and unfold, embrace and let go, and trust to flow. There's freedom in love, and follow your heart. Together we're stronger than we'll ever be apart. No matter who or what you call yourself, and where you come from, yeah, there is a place in this world with open arms right now. Welcome to love, welcome to peace, welcome to our community. Be who you are, let your light shine. We're feel so much more when we unite. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. Love is welcome here. Love is welcome here. Love is welcome here. You are welcome here. Yes, and so it is. All are welcome here to share their light. And so, knowing that, let's affirm together Unity's founding principle. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the source of all good. And our Unity mission statement, united in divine love and joy, we celebrate a peaceful and abundant world for all. And our Unity of Lawrence mission statement. We are a thriving spiritual community, sharing love, building bridges, and inspiring transformation. Well, that's going to happen right now because Marty Hillard is a musician, performer, independent music writer, and social justice advocate originally from Mississippi. He is currently based in the American Midwest. It is important to Marty to understand what drives the choices people make, taking ownership of his role in creating a fertile space for subjects to feel comfortable and honest about what they share. His perspective is unique because he prioritizes being in spaces that make him eager to learn from the interactions therein. As a storyteller, he shares from these spaces of learning. Marty is particularly interested in the space where music and social justice interact and coexist. Please give a warm welcome to Marty Hilliard.
Good morning. Plugging the bells and whistles here. And so before I get started, I just want to say thank you again to Holly Taylor for inviting me to be a part of your service this morning. I wrote these songs that I'm sharing with you today in a space of reverence, and I intend to enter every space that I occupy with reverence, including this one. So I'm just grateful to be able to share with you these first couple of songs that I'll do. Are collaborations with people near and far that are very dear to me. So I hope you are able to receive them as intended. Just 1 second. Lots of words, and then I got a tune. Yeah, I just got to make sure, you know. But it's very much a blessing to be here today, and I'm very grateful for all of you and for this community for inviting me in and allowing me to be here. That this is very meaningful to me, so thank you.
made tranquil and solemn in a pot of his ash. And watch how he rise from the crash. He ain't no prisoner of death. He got more.
That's it for that one, I guess. Hold on. We'll do more, so.
And yes, what a wonderful thing to be freer than that. And so to go into a space of question is important. Well, Karen's going to help us on that journey. Karen Langsford is a Unity prayer chaplain at Unity of Lawrence. She came to Unity over 20 years ago and was a chaplain at Unity Temple on the plaza for 7 years. She works in the health support services at Cottonwood Industries and claims Lawrence as her home. Welcome, Karen.
Good morning. Oh, just look at you. Oh. All right, just breathe. Isn't it nice to know that love is the number one law of the universe? Except for life looks really messy and chaotic sometimes. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Are we going to have World War III here? Or, are the banks going to fail? Is there going to be enough food, water, medicine? I mean, it's a little crazy. And it makes you want to shout, order, order, order in the court. And that's our power of order is what we're here to talk about today, what I'm going to talk about today. But first, I need to give you a little quiz, a little Jeopardy quiz. In Jeopardy, you get the answer, and then you have to answer with the question. So today's final Jeopardy answer comes from the category of biblical times. Dee, 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 dee. All right, the answer is fear not. What is the question? Well, okay.
What is the most common scripture in the Hebrew and New Testament?
That's correct, actually. Fear not. Our Jeopardy champion. Fear not is used over 30 times in the Bible. Now, why would a sacred text tell us to fear not? Could it be that there is some divine order happening? Oh, maybe so. Maybe so. In the book that Charles Fillmore, our co-founder of Unity, wrote, The 12 Powers of Man, he titled this chapter Spiritual Law and Order. And he didn't suggest a spiritual power of law for us, but he did suggest a spiritual power of order. And from the Revealing Word, I wanted to read. The Revealing Word is his dictionary or glossary of the words and meanings in unity. And he says, order. The divine idea of order is the idea of adjustment. And as this is established in man's thought, his mind and affairs will be at one with universal harmony. Now, isn't that nice? To be at one with universal harmony? It's a little hard sometimes. All right. So adjustment. I went and consulted my trusty dusty thesaurus. Adjust, settle, conclude, accord, clarify, conform, balance, coordinate, systemize. Adjustment, settlement, compromise, reconciliation, mutual understanding. Adjustable, adaptable, stretchable. So our power of order is our power of adaptability. It's our power to clarify and to come into accord and to balance and to flow. In the 12-step program that I am well qualified for, we use the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So it took some time for me to really get that I am powerless over people, places, and things, and that it's me, who needs to change. And I can't remember who said this, but working on yourself is the greatest gift you can give the world. So our power of order, our power of adaptability, is a powerful tool in creating our lives and flowing with what is. And I want to do a side note here that I think you'll find interesting is that adjustment and adaptability isn't about laying down and being a doormat. In the Bible, Jesus said, when a man offends you, turn the other cheek. And something I learned was that in the Aramaic, this was a colloquialism, kind of a saying of the time, and it meant to walk away. And it didn't mean to turn the other cheek so you could get offended some more. It meant to turn the other cheek and walk away. So, turn the other cheek sometimes is necessary. And we are not here to fix the world, so please take that off your to-do list. But from the Talmud, I liked this, so I wanted to share it. Do not be daunted by the enormity of the world's grief. Do justly now, love mercy now, walk humbly now. You are not obligated to complete the work, but neither are you free to abandon it. So in using our power of order and adaptability to create our lives and to create a better life for those around us, we do have many tools to help us. And I'll come back to those. But I want to share about spiritual law and some of the things that Charles wrote. And I'll come back to that. But he wrote a lot about law in this chapter, and some of this is kind of interesting, so stick with me here. And let me find the right page. And did you know that there's over 613 commandments in the Hebrew Bible? That's a lot. I mean, how do you turn around and sneeze without maybe breaking a commandment? And in fact, Jesus came to fulfill the law, but not that law. He came to fulfill the divine law, the law of love. And let's see, page 112. Find myself here. The Jews manufactured these sacred days and observances just as our Puritan fathers made life a burden by their rigid and absurd laws governing the religious acts of the people. For centuries, the Jews had been binding themselves to the wheel of religious bigotry, and the Puritans accomplished that task in a shorter time. The length of time was the only difference. I thought that was pretty brave of him to publish in 1934. And then, man cannot grow into the understanding of spirit, nor be obedient to its leading if he is hampered by external rules of action. No man-made law is strong enough or true enough or exact enough to be a permanent guide for anyone. So it's better to, well, and that's why we come here, is because we don't have a lot of rules. We have simply a wonderful, loving space for each individual to move through their spiritual path, their spiritual progress, with the support of simple love and simple prayer and delightful music, which is its own prayer in its own right. And I think that's, what draws people to unity. And he writes, mortal man loves to be not dominated and whipped into line by rituals and masters. But divine man, divine woman, the people of God, oversteps all such childish circumscribings and goes direct to the Father or the source for all instruction. And that's something that we teach here with our first principle, that God is everywhere present, and the second principle is that it's within us, and that we can go to that place, to that secret closet within for that instruction. It's not written in some rule book somewhere. And so remember, the kingdom or the queendom is within. It would seem proper that if God ordained a certain day for rest and rested on that day himself, as is claimed, he should give some evidence of this in his creations. But he has not done this, so far as anybody knows. The truth is that divine mind rests in perpetual Sabbath, and that which seems work is not work at all. When persons become so at one with the divine mind as to feel it consciously, he or she also recognizes this eternal peace in which all things are accomplished. This eternal peace in which all things are accomplished. That's really rather Taoist of Charles Fillmore to state. And then one final bit here. It is your privilege to be as free as the birds, the trees, the flowers. They toil not, neither do they spin, but are always obedient to the divine instinct, and their every day is a Sabbath. They stand in no fear of an angry God, though they build a nest or spread a leaf or open a petal on the first day or the seventh day. All days are holy to them. They live in the holy omnipresence, always doing the will of him who sent them. And it is our duty to do likewise. That which is instinct in them is conscious, loving choice in ourselves. So when we resolve to be attentive to the voice of Source within, and to do that at any cost, we are freed from the bondage of all man-made laws. However, I still will stop at red lights. But I think that it's invaluable to realize that, to know that it is within you, and that every day is holy. And he goes on down here to say, not only do we do God's service in praise, song, and thanksgiving on the seventh day and the first day, but also on every day. Our souls are open to God every moment. Every moment, our souls are open to the source. So how do you get there from here, living in this world? Well, the tools I mentioned earlier are kind of handy, and I will name them and then I'll go through them. First, acceptance, practicing the pause, mindfulness, meditation and prayer, and the focus and attention, or the law of mind action, the law of unity, and the law of love. So those are some tools that we can use to to get our power of order and to work with reality and to create a good world for ourselves and all others. Acceptance is the first one. Now, acceptance can be difficult because it's really about releasing resistance. It's not about accepting and approving something, but it's about releasing resistance to what's happening. It's about releasing resistance to the way something or someone is, and it helps you have a way of adjusting and moving on. Practicing the pause is different than meditation or mindfulness, because this is a tool that we can use in the moment for self-control and to help prevent those World War III skirmishes in the household. And I think that practicing the pause is about allowing the other to be what they are. And I saw this quote recently and I liked it. The secret to patience: pause, watch, wait, and listen. In silence is truth revealed. Practicing the pause helps you stop long enough to prevent that knee-jerk reaction and to really hear what is being said or what is happening, and gives you the opportunity to respond appropriately. Now, mindfulness is more about what's going on inside. Mindfulness is similar to that pause, but it's really about what I sense is expanding awareness while at the same time being aware of the breath coming to your heart and being able to then calmly, using your power of understanding, to move into acceptance of what one is feeling and what one is experiencing within themselves. I got a text from a friend yesterday that said that I had hurt her so badly of something I had said, and I was really thrown aback by that, and I don't remember saying that, and I really had to stop and be mindful and about my response, and later everything's okay now, but sometimes you just don't know, and making an amends is a part of life, but being mindful is something that I could do because I felt really off kilter from her text to me, and I had to kind of bring myself back into a state of balance. Meditation is another tool, and from the Tao we get, at the center of your being you have the answer. You know who you are, and you know what you want. And meditation is a good daily practice. You can join Phil on Tuesdays. He's got quite a nice group going, and it's expanded and grown. But come and get into the flow of the silence, and it can really help to bring peace and help you to adjust into the things in your life. And then prayer, in my recovery group, one of the practices for resolving blocks and resentments, especially about others, is to pray for them. And to pray for them what you would pray for yourself. As Thich Nhat Hanh taught us, may they be well, may they be happy, may they be peaceful, and may they have love. Those are the kinds of things that you can do or pray for them. And as my sponsor has said, you pray for them for 2 weeks and watch the magic happen. And it is amazing because the magic happens within you, even if you start out with that prayer kind of going, yeah, may they be well, way over there. May they be happy, way over there. May they have peace and love way over there. But eventually it moves in you, but prayer moves the universe. And, it's amazing what can happen when you do pray for others that you have a difficulty with, a resentment or a disagreement. Now, focus and attention, or the law of mind action. And on the bottom part of the sheet that I handed out, we have mind, idea, expression, and thought, word, action. Those are kind of from Charles Fillmore, in the sense that in divine mind, then we draw forth an idea, and then it expresses and manifests in the world. And so that's kind of the law of mind action. And just a few weeks ago, Reverend Mary Wood stood here and said, "What I think about, I bring about." And Dr. Joe Dispenza, he says, "Where my thoughts flow, my body goes." And Socrates, that old son of a gun, the secret of change is to focus all your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. So all three of those are really similar in that sense of the law of mind action and the use of focus and attention. So mind, idea, expression, or thought, word, and action. And then the other listings there, Nicole Tesla talked about, if you want to understand the universe, frequency, vibration, and energy are what you should look at. But I think that if you kind of look at those, you'll find that there's a lot of similarities. And for the most part, this is a handout. There will be no quiz. But I thought it would be interesting for you to have as a reference, because we do have spiritual laws. The spiritual laws listed on the back are from the Book of Secret Wisdom. And there's some overlap between those laws and the Hermetic principles, which are from ancient Egypt. And so just interesting information for you to have. So the mind action principle is kind of the ordered way of how things manifest into our lives. I mean, nothing comes into being without it being a thought first. And so our job with our power of order and adjustment is to flow with that. And I want to add a quick addition, and this is from Kemetic spirituality, which is based on Thoth of Egypt, so it's very similar. But the body becomes what the foods are, as the spirit becomes what the thoughts are. So if you eat lots of junk food, you get a lot of junkiness in your body. If you think a lot of negative thoughts, those are the kinds of vibrations that pull that to you. That law of magnetism comes into play there. So it's important to be in control of your thoughts, or to at least be aware of thoughts that are not working for you and work to change them. The law of unity. Well, all things come from the one, and we share that spiritual DNA. And Edgar Cayce had this bit of wisdom: keep the heart singing, keep the face toward the light, keeping self in attune to that oneness wherein all power and all force is at the command of the individual, in applying those forces known within self to meet the needs of each and every condition. So keep your face to the light and keep in tune with the oneness. And Bhagavan Sri Ramana, I'm not sure I'm saying his name right, but he's one of the older guys, and he said, he's one of those older guys, skinny, but he said, the greatest error of man is that he thinks he is weak by nature and evil by nature. Every man is divine and strong in his real nature. What are weak and evil are his habits, his desires, and thoughts, but not himself. So there's a lot of self-responsibility in there. And so just remember that you are a part of a wonderful, interconnected world, and that you have a place here, and that you are strong, and that you belong. And then finally, the law of love. This law is the Alpha and the Omega law of the universe. And Rumi said, "Let yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love. It will not lead you astray." And Khalil Gibran said, "And God said, love your enemies. I obeyed and loved myself." Isn't that nice? I'll say it again. And God said, love your enemies. I obeyed and loved myself. We so often fight within ourselves about who and what we are and what we want, but if we go to that center place, we know that we are love, and we know that we can be divine, and that we can vibrate that out into the world. So your power of order is, yes, to sequence and organize and systemize, but I think its greater use is in its ability to balance, adjust, and be in the flow. I mean, I certainly love a day when there's no structure and spirit can lead the way, and you can just flow with that. Brian Thomas Swimmy is an author and a professor of physics, and he was explaining, in the words of Calvin and Hobbes, the horrendous space kablooey. And he finished with all the mathematics and whatever, and a student asked him, "What is the meaning of life?" And he got very thoughtful, and his answer is much longer than this, but I loved this. So in part, here is his answer. The universe's creativity is happening now. The exact same dynamics are at work. Our bodies churn with creativity rooted in the beginning of time. You are rooted in the beginning of time, and you always will be. So I hope that you can have a sense that your power of order, which Charles Fillmore placed at the navel, just to touch on to that, and it was given the color olive green, but this power is yours to use to feel more in tune with what is happening, but also a power you can use to create and express the divine life and the gifts that you came here to give and to experience. And even though the truth, the big T truth, is that we are just pure awareness, this physical realm, as Albert Einstein put it, is really rather persistent in its reality that we have to bump up against. And so our power of order can help us to move through it with grace and with ease. And so now, if we can have some more music, and then we'll have a meditation.
I think a lot of why it resonates with me today and will in the future is because I spent a lot of time thinking about the idea of being more patient, finding more ways to adjust in order to create order in my life in a way that resonates, that I don't feel shackled to. I think so much of how we exist in the world is on our heels and with our backs against the wall, feeling like we're up against timelines and deadlines and people's expectations of us and people's perceptions of us. And let me speak for myself. I know I feel that. So I wrote a lot of songs over the last 10 years from a space of, I wouldn't say negativity, but of pain and trauma response. And this song I started writing in 2020, and it was the first song in many years that I wrote from a place of surrender. It's in response to my desire to be more transparent with myself and true to my spirit, true to what my soul needed. And so that's what this song's about. Let my fever breathe, guide me back to water, give me somewhere to begin. Set my hunger free, honor my devotion, a mighty fortress in your wings. Here we are, no matter what time it is, what little time we have for chasing a paradise, for chasing a paradise.
All right. Let's just settle in. Take a deep breath. Breathe and really fill in the lungs. And release out. Breathing in deeply again. And release. Let the breath continue in a natural way. Scan your body and notice any places of tension. And gently breathe into those areas and let the tensions just go. Set aside the concerns of the past or the future. Come into this now moment and breathe. Many words have been spoken, but they are mere guideposts leading us to the feeling that becomes the vibration that is the language of the universe. We breathe into that heart space, sensing that oneness with divine love, divine awareness, divine oneness, the truth of our being. Breathe in simply love. Breathe in simple joy. Breathe in the oneness. And we can flow this awareness into the quiet of the simple silence. And returning now to this space and this time, let's just remember that sense of simply being, a sense of peace, a sense of love. And as we continue to carry and radiate the awareness of oneness and knowing that we are love, that we can fear not, for all is well, always has been well, and always will be well. Peace be with you. And so it is. Amen.
Spy you
close. Listen to your back and bow. Boy, you were not so tough. I think I have heard enough. Drive back home. Sit on my father's porch, watching the sun go down over this sleepy town. Down, 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 down. On your knees, tears falling down your cheek, praying till your voice grows hoarse, until your heart's restored. Hold you close, whisper a song to you about a risen Lord who beat down the devil's door.
Thank you, Marty and Karen, for sharing messages and creativity from the root of time. We are blessed. And so, as we prepare for our offering of thanks and our ushers come forward, I invite you to join me as we hold our gifts to this community in our hands and love restored in our hearts. Let's affirm together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. And as the love offering is collected, let's join Holly in singing Stand. As we're readying for that, I just have to say, calmness has never been, obedience has never been a strength of mine, but I'm an amazing amender, so I'm grateful to celebrate that. And here we go, what we stand for. Let there be peace, I am a stand for peace, let there be love. I am a stand for love, let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace, let there be love. I am a stand for love, let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. And And so, as we focus on the new world ahead of us and in us now, here's our prayer of thanks to listen to. We are grateful and we bless the flow of good that supports our unity community. We bless the givers who give their time, talent, and treasure. We stand in the knowing that the flow of good goes forth only to return again and again. And so it is. Amen. A special welcome to our guests today. Thank you for joining us and being a part of today's service. If you'd like more information about Unity of Lawrence and the Unity Movement, there is a welcome packet right there in the foyer on a shelf full of information. And so please pick that packet up in the foyer. You can also join us for lunch. All are welcome. Today, the lunch bunch is going to Jade Garden, just up the hill at 1410 Castle Drive. All are welcome to be a part of that lunch. And fourth Sunday drumming circle is after lunch here at 1:30 in the sanctuary. So if you don't have a drum, that's okay. Come anyway and enjoy our drumming circle that is every fourth Sunday. Today at 1:30. And now let's welcome Kathy Pryor to the, nope. Okay, never mind. Kathy Pryor's in the back, and she is an amazing woman. Can we just thank her for all she does? She is beyond wonderful, and we are grateful for her leadership. Our new member class with Sharon Dwyer, licensed Unity teacher, continues after the service today in Fellowship Hall. So for becoming an official Unity member, you need to attend today's class and next Sundays if you missed last week. It's a wonderful opportunity to dive in deeper and to learn more about 5 ways to grow. We are joining the Light Center with Robin Goff for a winter clothing drive sponsored by the Lawrence Indian United Methodist Church. They're looking for donations of larger size coats and clothes, along with cold weather hats, gloves, and scarves. The donation box is right back at the there's a tub at the back of the sanctuary, and there's a box that's getting ready to be picked up already. It's going to be there through November 13th. So go through your closet and purge, because there's always a place for that to go. Mark those calendars for November 17th at 6:30. We're going to have a fun and amazing evening of Unity's Got Talent. This is your chance to share and shine or be a part of the all-important Unity community audience. Musicians, poets, storytellers, dancers, comedians, and the like are invited to perform. This will be a family-friendly event, and family to come out and take part in the Unity community. All ages are welcome to perform. We have a sign-up sheet in the foyer for those who would like to participate in performing. And there's also a mandala art exhibit opening reception Thursday, November 3rd at 6:30. Come and meet the artist Phil Roger and view his spectacular mandala pieces. Join us next Sunday when Holly Taylor brings us the message, The Path to Freedom, special music with Millie Webb. And now let's sing in our youth. Let's stand together. You are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. You are walking in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God.
Hi everyone, happy Sunday. Today we just did a free draw and play and some puzzles again. Not too much there, but we had lots of fun. So there's that.
And as we learned, creativity is where it all begins. So good job. Let's rub our hands together, congregation, and say, We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity in you. And now to her favorite song. Let's join together in the peace song. Let there be